You spend enough time in other people's homes, you start to learn things. Not just the stuff they tell you. Anyone can recite a medical history or talk about their favorite pie recipe. I mean the real things. What they're afraid of, what they regret, who they trust, and who they don't. I've been a hospice nurse for 12 years, and I've seen the best and worst of people in that time. But I've never felt the way I do around the Tollivers. Agnes Tolliver is one of my patients. She's got advanced Alzheimer's, the kind where the mind slips in and out like a bad radio signal. Most folks around here think she's lucky. Her son, Daniel, came back to take care of her. Everyone says what a good man he is. Big smile, firm handshake, tailored shirts like he just walked off a real estate commercial. The kind of guy you'd vote for if he ran for mayor, or preacher, or maybe both. But I see things people in town don't. I see Agnes, I hear her, and she's scared of him. "I think he's trying to kill me," she whispered to me once. Just like that. Calm, like she was telling me what she wanted for lunch. "He pushed me in the pool last summer, in my chair." Now I know what the textbooks say. Dementia patients get confused. They misremember things. Their brains fill in the blanks with whatever feels real. But there was something about the way she said it, like she wasn't guessing, like she remembered. That shook me. I tried to write it off. I mean, I've heard all kinds of things. Ghosts, burglars, dead husbands visiting in the night. Usually you nod and steer the conversation somewhere soft. But Agnes kept coming back to it. "He wants the land, not the house, the land," she told me the next day. "Says it's worth millions. Wants to build cabins for tourists. I heard him on the phone." Again, maybe it was the disease, or maybe not. Thing is, Daniel doesn't act like a loving son. Oh, he puts on a show in public, buys coffee for the nurses at the clinic, volunteers at the farmer's market, makes a big production about being a hands-on caregiver. But when he comes to the house, he barely talks to her. Sits in the corner with his arms crossed, watching her like he's waiting for her to stop breathing. And she changes around him. Her hands shake. She gets quiet, flinches when he comes near. He's always pushing to take over her accounts. He told me straight up he's working on getting full control, like it's a business merger or something. And yet there's no money. He grumbled once that she'd burned through it all, but she's never been a spender. From what I've pieced together, she's lived frugal her whole life, Depression-era habits and all. So if there's nothing in the bank, what is he after? I think it's the land. The Tolliver property backs up to Lake Harvey, 12 acres, untouched. Every time I drive up the long gravel road, I think about how fast a developer would pounce on this place. You could fit 10 rental cabins out here easy, maybe more. He probably sees dollar signs every time he looks out her kitchen window. I started noticing other things too. Her checkbook disappeared. She cried when she realized it was gone, said Daniel took it, said he told her she wasn't fit to manage money. When I asked him about it, he laughed it off and told me she probably flushed it down the toilet. Funny thing to say, right? Another time I found a bruise on her upper arm. Looked like a grip mark. She said she slipped getting into bed, but I've helped her into that bed 100 times. There's nothing there to trip on, and she didn't want me to tell anyone. "He'll say I'm crazy," she whispered. I didn't tell anyone. Not yet. Because here's the thing. Without evidence, it's just talk. Just a bunch of maybe this, and I think that. And Daniel, he's smart, real smooth. He covers his tracks like the pool story. There's a note in her file from last year about a fall. Says she accidentally rolled her wheelchair into the deep end during a heat wave. ER chalked it up to confusion. No investigation. But here's what no one mentioned. Her wheelchair has manual brakes, and her arthritis is so bad she can't work them on her own. So how the hell did she roll herself into the pool? Who put her there? I tried to talk myself out of it. Maybe it was just bad timing. Maybe a gust of wind. Maybe I'm letting my imagination run too wild. But then I found the napkin. She handed it to me one morning when I was changing her bedding. Shaky writing. Check behind the blue books in the study. Don't let him take it. That night after he left, I snooped. I know, totally out of line, but I had to look. Behind those books was a fireproof folder tucked inside a hollowed-out Bible. Inside, a new will, unsigned. A deed transfer form half-filled. A page of resale estimates for the land. A note in Agnes's handwriting. He thinks I won't remember, but I do. I didn't take it. Just took photos. Every single page. I didn't sleep that night. I tried to report it. Called Adult Protective Services anonymously. Left out my name. Gave them the gist. They sent someone out, but nothing came of it. I wasn't allowed to be there, but I heard Daniel smoothed it over. Said she was in decline, paranoid, getting worse by the day. And you know what? She was having a rough day that morning. Probably didn't even remember what the visit was for. They didn't press. And now? He's back to his usual visits, sitting there in silence, watching. She's gotten quieter, more confused lately. The other day she said something that's been stuck in my head ever since. He's waiting, I know it, waiting for me to die so he can finish what he started. I don't know what to do. I mean, what am I even supposed to do? There's no proof. The documents weren't signed, the bruises could be anything. And her mind is going. Some days she calls me by her sister's name, other days she thinks she's still a schoolteacher. But sometimes she's crystal clear, like a bell in a quiet church, and I believe her. But if I go to the police, what do I even say? That I feel like something's off, that he's too charming, too calm, that his mother whispers about murder between pudding cups and naps? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Maybe I've been around dying people too long. Maybe I've gotten too close to this one. But still, every time I walk up that driveway, I get this tight feeling in my chest. Like I'm walking into a play where I don't know the script. And Daniel does. Like I'm being watched. Like I'm in the way. So now I'm writing it all down. Every bruise, every whisper, every strange thing that doesn't sit right. In case one day someone does listen. But for now, I wait. And I wonder, what can I do? And what if it's already too late?